Hi, back again, case of the day, but today we're not doing a case, and I'm not calling this a case. It's the 44th presentation, and I'm going to talk about Dr. Sneh Bhargav because she was featured today in the Indian Express on the front page as the only woman director of AIIMS. And so that's the cutting from the front page, that's from page two, and this is the photo that came online, and that's online, but you need to pay for this. So if you have access, please go ahead and read it. But just to summarize, Dr. Sneh Bhargav has is was born in Lahore, moved to India, studied radiology in London, and chose radiology. And it's rare for a radiologist to be featured in this way in the front page of a newspaper. She joined AIIMS, but from a radiology perspective, what she did was to bring CT and ultrasound to AIIMS in the early 80s, and these were the first such machines that came in. Then she became director of All India Institute, the only woman to hold this post, served till 90, and did an amazing job. She was also the second lady president of the IRI, and I thank Dr. Harish Saryal Mr. Harish Saryal from the IRI office for sending me this picture. And for clarifying that Dr. Santosh Chawla was the first and she was the second. And I had the pleasure of meeting her multiple times during a whole lot of meetings because she was past president and I was editor in chief and then became president. So met her many times and she was so impressive and she had this cutting ability to get to the truth of the matter and just tell everybody off, and everyone used to listen to her all the time. But more importantly, that's her legacy, that she's reached the age of 95, continues to learn and write, has just published an autobiography, and is writing a second book on radiology history. And many of you know that I run the site called Atmaswast, which is about living long healthy. And here is Dr. Bhargav, who epitomizes the entire concept, living long, healthy up to the age of 95. There are many others, some alive, some not alive at this stage, but my father at 89 is an inspiration, still working, practicing, and has many firsts to his names. Dr. S.K. Sharma started the first ultrasound in India in private practice. And it used to be called Sharmagram at that time. He's got a whole bunch of stories about that. Dr. Viral Shah, who's still young, installed the first MR in private practice in India, the second in the country. The first was in INMAS. Dr. Sudarshan Agarwal did a whole bunch of things in Delhi and for radiology. Dr. Harsh Mahajan started one of the first MRIs in India, in Delhi, and probably the first 1.5 Tesla MRI in private practice. And all of these people paved the way for all of you who practice radiology, or even people like me who started their own practices. Oh, everything that we do today has a direct bearing on people who came before us and made all this possible. And I think you should read about them, but today at least read about Dr. Sneh Bhargav. It is also true that radiologists make great leaders, CEOs, medical directors, etc. And that I just want to segue this because this was a good opportunity to talk about the leadership summit that we are doing 3 weeks from now as part of the REF, where the whole focus is on how you can be more than just a person reading scans. We all have the ability to be leaders, whether it's in our practice, in the area, city, state, country, in a hospital, wherever. And leadership has many facets to it. It's not just about being a CEO. It can also be about being an entrepreneur or being a leader in a professional organization, etc. And so, if this is of interest to you, and I assure you it will be of interest, maybe it's worthwhile coming for this summit. And I'm sure you'll have a good time. We've got some great faculty that will discuss all of these points. That's my WhatsApp channel. Thank you so much for listening to this.